Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the news with Riley King. Let's begin. First step follow after foiled anti-government kidnapping plot in 2 states. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
New details in that alleged plot to kidnap Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. 5 of the suspects facing federal charges appeared in court Tuesday, and the FBI revealed they were also targeting another Democratic leader. Our Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas joins us now from Washington. Good morning to you, Pierre.
CJ, good morning. Today, police in Michigan remain on high alert as the FBI releases disturbing new details, suggesting those suspects discussed traveling hundreds of miles to attack yet another governor. This morning, the FBI claiming those anti-government self-styled militias also allegedly discussed not only kidnapping Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, but also abducting Virginia's governor, too.
I will not work under a cloud of intimidation.
And Governor Ralph Northam is criticizing President Trump for his heated rhetoric, suggesting the militia members may have been responding to Trump's tweet, "Liberate Virginia from COVID-19 restrictions."
This rhetoric is not coming from another country. It's coming from Washington. And that I regret. And it needs to stop.
With 5 of the 13 suspects in federal court Tuesday, prosecutors revealing chilling new details about the alleged plot against Michigan's governor. They say the suspects held training exercises, allegedly practicing breaking down a door, extracting a hostage, and reloading weapons quickly.
That's the kind of thing that you would expect to hear from a group like ISIS. And that's why when people refer to these groups casually as militias, we have to call it for what it is.
Authorities suspect the group contemplated using a tactic from this summer's tragic execution of a federal judge's son in New Jersey, having someone pose as a delivery man in an attack against Michigan's governor. One suspect allegedly saying during an encrypted group chat, "Just mug the pizza guy and take his shirt. Have someone go to her house and cap her." Such specific detailed discussions about attacking politicians has law enforcement on edge, especially with the election fast approaching. Robin?
Quite disturbing, to say the least. Okay. Thank you, Pierre.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Democrat presidential nominee Joe Biden leads President Trump nationally among seniors. Let's take a listen to that video from CBS News.
Both presidential candidates are trying to win over key voters in this final stretch of the campaign. The president was in Pennsylvania and Joe Biden was in Florida. Yesterday, both working to appeal to older Americans and to other voters, too. Ben Tracy is following the race for us.
At a rally in Johnstown, Pennsylvania last night, President Trump tried to make up lost ground with suburban voters.
Suburban women, will you please like me? Please. I saved your damn neighborhood, okay?
And seniors, who recent polls show back former Vice President Joe Biden by a wide margin.
Biden's agenda would be a catastrophe for seniors. Biden cares more about illegal aliens than he cares about your senior citizens, and it's true.
The demographic was crucial to President Trump's win in 2016.
Who's better for seniors?
And while the Trump campaign is scrambling, launching a multi-million-dollar ad blitz to try to win them back, the president tweeted this doctored image of Biden at a senior living residence with the words, "Biden for resident."
The only senior that Donald Trump cares about, the only senior is Senior Donald Trump.
In Florida Tuesday, Biden laid out his vision for America's seniors and called President Trump's plan to use Medicare dollars to send out prescription drug cash cards an election year gimmick.
He thinks that he can take the money out of your pocket with one hand and put it back with his name stamped on it on the other hand and call it a gift. It's dishonest. It's reckless.
Biden's campaign is relentlessly attacking the president's response to the virus.
He was warned, but ignored the evidence, holding rallies indoors.
Biden Biden said by downplaying it, the president has shown he doesn't care about the sacrifices vulnerable seniors have had to make.
Well, he throws super spreader parties at the White House where Republicans hug each other without concern of the consequences. How many of you have been unable to hug your grandkids in the last 7 months?
Now, Biden is about to get some high-profile help from his old boss, former President Barack Obama. Aides close to Mr. Obama tell CBS News he plans to hit the campaign trail in the coming days to stump for Biden. Anthony?
Ben, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Delta posts $5.4 billion losses, raising new concerns about airlines. Let's take a listen to that video from NBC News.
This morning, trouble in the air for an airline giant. Delta Airlines reporting a $5.4 billion loss for the third quarter, a stark contrast to its $1.5 billion profit this time last year. It's the latest sign of turbulence in the skies as the pandemic deals the airline industry a massive blow.
It's going to take some time, into the spring, early part of next year before we start to see profits as well as cash flow.
Delta has taken steps to reassure passengers even as the company hemorrhages cash, pledging to block middle seats through at least early January, even as most major airlines have returned to full capacity.
Delta is generally regarded as one of the best-run airlines in the world, and they reported a blockbuster loss, even as they've tried to reduce costs.
What does this mean for the airline industry as a whole?
Big picture, this means the airline industry really needs the bailout.
But that government bailout not coming yet, with talks in Washington still stalled. The industry left up in the air even amid signs that traffic is slowly picking up. Over the weekend, TSA screened nearly 985,000 travelers in a single day. That is the highest volume since mid-March, but still a far cry from the more than 2 million daily travelers pre-pandemic. That, combined with fewer flights, could mean fewer seats. But with the holiday travel season just around the corner, if you are planning to fly, there's good news.
Almost every major airline has gotten rid of change fees, so you can change free of charge or even to a lower flight. So there is more flexibility than ever before for travelers, and with record low fares and increased award miles flights, it is a good time for those looking for a deal.
Yeah, I guess it is. A lot of people, though, Blaine, still really reluctant to fly given the whole COVID-19 crisis. So what are airlines trying to do to get people to travel again?
Well, Hoda, COVID testing, of course, is such a big one. In fact, Newark and JFK airports are just the latest to announce plans to roll out on-site testing. They would be using those rapid tests so people could get their results in about 15 minutes. Now, on the other side, we're also seeing some airlines take action there, too. American and United have announced that they're offering COVID testing options for any passengers flying to Hawaii. That would allow those passengers with negative tests to avoid the state's 14-day quarantine.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at that U.S. stock market and see how U.S. stock market closed for this Wednesday evening. And here's a look at that U.S. stock market for all of you for this Wednesday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the red one down. Your Nasdaq closed in the red one down. S&P 500 closed in the red one down. Gold closed in the red one down. Oil closed in the green one up. U.S. 10-year closed flat. Euro/USD closed in the red one down. And VIX closed in the green and went up. Stock features are flat as Wall Street tries to recover from two-day slide. U.S. stock features were flat on Wednesday night as traders continued to weigh the perspective for coronavirus aid deal being reached before next month's election. And that does it for this evening edition of The News with Riley King. Thank you for watching The News with Riley King. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and see you back here tomorrow evening for another edition of The News with Riley King. Good night and goodbye, everyone.